Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back on this platform. Welcome back to another episode of By the Future. I am your regular host on this channel, your boy, your brother, Korede Olaiwola. Like I always say, I will always go out there seeking knowledge, seeking thought, and bringing impactful things, teachings that you can hit the ground running to make a better living for yourself. So please do subscribe to the channel, share with friends, click the like buttons so the people around you can also be a beneficiary of what that we are sharing, that they can be a beneficiary of the wisdom nuggets that we share on this platform. On this special episode, we're going to continue on the topic on the second. This is going to be part 2 to the topic we started a few weeks ago on the secrets of successful men. So this is going to be Secret of Successful Men part 2. Secret of Successful Men part 2. In the last episode, we said successful people are they are intentional people. They are very intentional. If you look at it, based on the records and based on what we said in the last video, successful people are very intentional. They know exactly what they want to go, what they want, and they go for it. They know, they deliberately form relationship. They don't waste time when the relationship is not. They know when to attack. They know when not to attack. Like we mentioned in the last episode that the person of American President Donald Trump, he knows exactly when to strike so that he will win. He could win the election, and he struck. He has mentioned it before. He was very intentional about it. He's very intentional. He knows when the contestants that are in the center ring are not so strong, that he knows that he could beat easily before he threw his hat in. And all of that. So we've talked about Bishop David Oyedepo, how he deliberately went to meet Pastor E. Adeboye, how he deliberately went to meet Archbishop Benson Idahosa of blessed memory, and all of that. So if you read biographies of successful people, you will see that all of them they are intentional. They do things deliberately that leads to the success. It's not that success is a fluke to them. No, it's not. So today on this episode, let's hit the ground running. Okay, we continue on the on this on the part 2 today. I would like to mention some names, and I would like to tell you Elon Musk. Okay, before I go into that, I would like to say to you that again, that success, or the topic of success is very relative, but that can be acceptable to an everyday person, on an average person, is that success is when you set targets and you achieve it, either in the area of finance, in the area of marriage, in the area of your career, or generally in life. You want to be a particular person, or to be a particular thing. So that is success. And if you are wealthy today too, the world will call you a successful person. So to an extent, we can say Elon Musk is successful. To an extent, we can say Pastor E. Adeboye is successful. To an extent, we can say Bishop David Oyedepo is successful, and like that, and like that. We have so many people. But if to an extent, we can say Ronaldo, the Ronaldo of Portugal, a footballer, we can say is successful. So if you look at it, how are these people, how were they able to, what is common to all these names that I've mentioned, from Ronaldo to Pastor Adeboye to Elon Musk? I'm trying to mention people from different sectors, from different areas. So you will not say success is for pastors, or success is for people in business, or success for people in particular career. So all these people, have they been able to hit the mark? How have they been able to breast to the tip, and they are being called successful, and all the time, but in all spheres, nobody can argue it. Basically, if you look at it, the way their work ethic, you and I, we want to work 8 hours every day. We want to work 9 to 5, 9 to 6, and we want to work all those time. You want to measure it. You want to come out of the office as soon as possible. You want to shut down the computer and breeze out of the office immediately. Nobody's successful that way. If you want to be successful, you cannot have that mindset, that regimented mindset of you want to work 8 to 5. Yes, it's good to work 8 to 5. Yes, it is your right. It is what you signed by your contract, on your contract. That's what you signed. But the truth of the matter is that nobody can be successful like that. You don't do the ordinary thing and become extraordinary. If you want to be extraordinary, you do extra things. If you want to be successful, you do extra things. If you want to be successful, you go extra mile, you go extra length. And that's what they do. If you look at all these names that I've mentioned to you, Ronaldo, who plays football, his teammates will tell you that when the coach call for training by 12 noon in the afternoon, or let's say 11 a.m. in the morning, or 12, whatever, he will be there. You will see that he would have been on the football pitch training 2 hours before everybody started. And when the training is over, he's still there training. Do you understand? So he does extra. It goes extra miles. Do you understand? If you look at it, Elon Musk has mentioned it before that he worked 16 hours every day for years. So you work 8 hours every day, and somebody was working 16 hours. That's exactly double. And it was what he worked it for many years. We do not. I can't remember exactly how many years now. But if I check my record again, I can bring it back in another episode. So he was working 16 hours double. So he was doing double of what you were doing. So in 6 months, what you are doing in 1 year, when he has done 6 months, he has done double of what you will do in 1 year. By the time he's doing 1 year, he has done what you were doing. By the time you will do 1 year, he has done what he has done 2 years. By the time he's doing 2 years, you are doing 2 years, he has done 4 years. That's it. Because if you work 8 hours, and he's working 16 hours, he's doing double. So that's for Elon Musk. That I've told you about Elon Musk. I've told you about Ronaldo. I'll tell you about Bishop Oyedepo. Bishop Oyedepo who used to tell us when we were younger and we were under him like that directly. He would tell us he was working 16 hours every day. Pastor Adeboye told us that he fasted when he started ministry, and he wanted to have the breakthrough and wanted to find his way footing in ministry, and he was fasting 40 days back to back, 3 times every year. 40 days fasting, 40 days. So what I'm trying to say in all of these things, I have a tutor, someone who I'm learning from, who is training me, a young guy though, he's younger than me, and I'm learning from him. He's into some tech stuff like that, He said he was working 17 when he was learning the stuff. He was working 17 hours a day. 17. He was doing, he shut down everything, no social media, nothing. A young guy in this same contemporary world, he shut down everything, no social media, nothing, no calls, no internet or anything extra. He shut it down, was learning his tech for 17 hours every day. So I'm telling you, from different sector, from different field, to let you know. So in all of these things, what am I trying to bring out? What I'm trying to say is that all these successful people, what they do is that all of them, excuse me, please. What they do is that they compress time. You know what it means to compress? They press it together. So what their mates want to achieve in 6 months, they achieve it in 1 year. So somebody is working 8 hours, another is working 16 hours. Somebody is doing 5 hours, somebody is working, doing 3 hours training, football training. Somebody is doing 5 hours training, 6 hours training. So they cannot achieve the same results. What am I trying to say is that they are doing more. So within the same time given to do, two of you, you have the next 5 years to be in the university. You have the next 5 years to be out of university. You graduated today. The next 5 years you have it to yourself. Maybe you graduated at the age of 25, at the age of 22, whatever age. So in the next 5 years, you have it to yourself. But in that same next 5 years, you see that somebody has compressed time. How was he able to achieve so much in that little time? How has been able to achieve so much? He compressed time. So a lot of things will be affected. No social media, it will reduce his sleep, it will reduce going out time, it will reduce this, it will reduce that. A lot of things are cut away so that it will be able to compress time. So in a nutshell, what I'm telling you is that successful people, they compress time. If you look around now, there are a lot of young people, you see them teaching and saying deep things, powerful things. If you listen to them out there now, a lot of them go by the title apostle, apostle this, apostle that. I don't want to mention any name, but I will leave you with that. They go by the name apostle. If you listen to them, you will know. You will look at it. When did they start ministry? Where have these people be? You look at their. If you listen to their story, they are young. They came out not too long ago, not too far ago, but they say deep things. How are they able to achieve all of these things? They have compressed time. They may start less than 10 years ago. They may start about 10 years ago. But what have they been able to do? They have compressed time. What those babas they achieve in 20 years, they are able to achieve it in 10 years. Why? They compress time. They compress time. Something that is this long. They just like you have a big bread in your hand. Bread. Imagine you have a big loaf of bread and you press it from both sides. You press it together. That's what they are doing. They press it together. They press it together. They press something together to fit into a particular shape, into a particular thing. So if you want to be successful, what are you going to do? You compress time. You do more. If your mate is starting by 12 o'clock, you start 11. You start 10 a.m. If they are closing by 2, you close 3. So you do more from before and more after. That is the secret. Secret of successful people, part 2. Learn to compress time. And how do you compress time? You do more. You stretch yourself. There is no way you can achieve anything without stretching yourself. You cannot be successful without stretching yourself. And how do you stretch yourself? You compress time. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode, all I've come to tell you is to expose to you. And like I always tell you, I will go out there to search out things and I'll bring it to you. I've come to tell you that you cannot achieve anything, you cannot go far without stretching yourself. And how do you stretch yourself? You put yourself under pressure, under rigor. You do hard things. You set targets for yourself. You take sleep away from your eyes. Then you in a nutshell, in a short time, you begin to get the result. My mother used to say something: in the height reached and attained by great men was not attained by sudden flights. I will repeat it: the height that was reached and attained by great men was not attained by sudden flights. They did not. Ronaldo did not reach there by sudden flights. Elon Musk did not reach there by sudden flights. All those professors and those vice chancellors, they did not reach there by sudden flights. All those directors, they did not reach there by sudden flights. They paid their dues. So they rose gradually. All those millionaires and billionaires, they rose gradually. They did not reach there by sudden flight. So the nights where their companions were busy sleeping, they were toiling and toiling and toiling. So ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this. Stay blessed and God bless.